Hi y'all. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Amira and my channel is all about trying new makeup, talking about new makeup, but also finding new and exciting ways to be inspired by the makeup you already own. If that sounds good to you, I hope you will consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed today's video, hitting the like button. Today guys, we are doing a new makeup releases. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. I was just eating Doritos, so I'm like, do I have Dorito crumbs like all over my face? No, I don't. We can proceed. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. All right, I want to start off by talking about a few things that I've mentioned before, like little updates. So let's first talk about the latest Natasha Denona release, the Dream or My Dream palette. I don't know if it's called Dream Palette or My Dream Palette. And I'd asked you guys, I told you guys that I needed more data. I wasn't sure if I was going to purchase it, if I wanted to. I'm still on the fence. And I think I've seen some looks. Like I said, I needed more data. So I did watch some reviews. I watched a couple of people make looks with it. And the palette is beautiful. It's a very beautiful palette. Natasha Denona is one of my faves when it comes to formulation, eyeshadow formulation. And I would purchase it and I would probably get a decent amount of use out of it, but I don't necessarily know if it's a need. But I am also a YouTube channel and I do like to do reviews for you guys. So I'm asking you, my dear viewers, my dear subscribers, do you want to see a review of the My Dream palette from Natasha Denona? Because if you do, I have no problems purchasing it, trying it out for you guys. I know there aren't a lot of people of my complexion to find on YouTube to, see how the colors look on their skin tone. So I try to be aware of that when I'm deciding on, reviewing things, because I think that's important. I know, when I was just a viewer, I was often looking for multiple people to watch to see how a palette would translate onto my skin tone. I know there's a few people that I follow who have reviewed the palette. So again, if you guys want to see that, let me know. Or if you just want to know my thoughts on it, because I always have thoughts, you know me, I've always got thoughts. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if that's something you want to see. If not, I'll skip it. It's not that, I'm kind of, it's not a need for me, but I will take one for the team if you want me to. Okay. Also, let's talk about, I mentioned in my last, I think it was my last new makeup releases video, I talked about the Gucci blushes. And the first photo I had seen was just these two really pink blushes. And I was very underwhelmed by them, even though I really do love the Gucci aesthetic. And all of the Gucci products that I've tried, all of the Gucci beauty products that I've tried, I've really enjoyed. So for me, it was more of an issue of I just wasn't interested in the colors. However, I then saw this photo and the color on the, I guess it would be that rosy brown tone, has really caught my eye. I think that's beautiful, and it's far less pink in tone than I thought it was, or that the way it looked in their original the original photo that they showed of those top two shades side by side. This is the problem that I have with most brands, is that they clearly have not figured out how to properly photograph their products in a way that translates well for us, the consumer, because for me, these look like two completely different blushes from the original promo photo I saw. But yeah, that actually is catching my eye. That's going on the, maybe, I'm intrigued. Also, I want to bring up now, because it was just announced, and well, not announced, but it's just been sort of like people are noticing it now. Pat McGrath has reopened her vault, and she is now on her website currently selling the original 6-pan palettes that she released years ago. The original 3, and if I have pictures, I'll put them here. I own all 3. I highly recommend these. They're all available. I think as of now, I don't know for sure, things are gonna go fast, but I wanted to put it in this video because if you are interested in those, they are available, and I believe they're on sale. So get them while the getting is good, my friends. Also, in talking about Pat McGrath, she has released this new promo video that I believe is a tease for her upcoming holiday collection. And I am so excited. I actually really enjoyed the large holiday palette that she released last year. I also bought the 2 holiday quads, which I was less enthused about. I still have them. I liked the one with the blue duochrome shade, but the other one again, formulation, no issues. It was just a very boring color story that I feel like she's done a million times. But the large palette, if I were to pick a favorite palette of 2021, it would have been her holiday palette. So I'm actually really excited to see what she's coming up with this season, because that palette was so good and I still reach for it. It's a beautiful palette, and I was very much on the fence about that palette. When I got it, I was like, I don't know, man, but it captured my heart, and I kept finding myself reaching for it consistently. Beautiful palette. So yes, I'm very excited for this. She says she will be releasing more info in 48 hours. So that was yesterday. So I'm thinking by Sunday or Monday, we should have more info, maybe a full reveal. That would be very exciting. So yes, wanted to mention this though, because she is now teasing her holiday collection. Also releasing their holiday collections, I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked collection. This is their holiday collection for 2022. When I first saw these, I was like everyone else. I saw the packaging and I went, oh, because the packaging is stunning. I mean, the one with the taggers, the taggers on it, the blue. I mean, the little butterfly one, but I really would go for the tiger one. But as I looked at this, once again, the shades are all the same from all of their other collection, their other unlocked collections. I feel like if you're buying this, you are buying it for the packaging. You need to acknowledge that and admit it. I love my nose makeup because I completely just had a sneezing fit. So back to what I was saying. I will not judge you if you purchase this for the packaging. I won't. I just want you to understand that that is why you are purchasing this. You are not getting anything new or special from Hourglass in these new unlocked palettes. You're not. All of these shades, I mean, they may be slightly different, they may have a different name, but this is the same thing, same as it ever was, just in fancy packaging. And the packaging is beautiful. I personally am going to not drop $85 on this for the packaging, but do you? Also showing their holiday collections, plural, is Tarte. And I'm gonna post the photo here that was posted on Trend Mood. Look at the amount of stuff that they are dropping for holiday. Is this not insane, my friends? Is this not insane? This is an insane amount of products. And why? Why do we need all of this? Like, they have two different blush palettes. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyeshadow palettes. They've got 6 sets and then a cute little brush. Why do we need all of this? This is insane. This is so excessive. I just don't get it. Oh, excuse me. This is not a blush palette. It is a face palette with 4 cheek colors. It's a blush palette. They have one named a blush palette and one named a face palette. Really, Tarte? Really? Yeah, I'm gonna be buying any of this. I think this is, all of it looks like unseasoned chicken to me. It's so bland looking. The only thing that does stand out to me in this is that new palette that they have. And I'm gonna pull it up, because this did actually catch my eye a little bit, because I was just like, huh. And that's this palette here. This is their Maneater After Dark palette. I actually think that looks pretty cool. I wouldn't purchase, I'm not purchasing it. I don't need any of these colors. I have all these colors. I'm just, for Tarte, I'm saying this is interesting for Tarte, is what I am saying. I will not be purchasing it though. But I do think this is something different for them. And I think if they had just come out with this and maybe a face palette and maybe a couple of sets instead of 4 eyeshadow palettes, 2 face palettes, and 6 sets, I probably wouldn't be talking as much trash about them as I am in this moment. But I think that this whole collection of stuff is incredibly excessive, especially when you consider the fact that most of these look exactly the same as everything else they already have out. So yeah. But yeah, if you want a bunch of stuff from Tarte, it's now available. Another brand that is releasing a bunch of stuff, MAC. This is a bunch of stuff that MAC is releasing for holiday. We've got here, let's see, a lipstick trio, an eye kit, lip gloss kits, a brow duo, mini lipstick kits, a face kit, an eyeshadow palette, another eyeshadow palette, an extra dimension skin finish, and a fizzy lip balm, and then 5 Taste of Matte lipsticks. That just makes me tired just talking about this. First of all, these are the palettes. This looks like Tarte. It looks like MAC is doing Tarte and then they just added a bow and MAC on top. Doesn't that look like Tarte? That looks like something Tarte will release for holiday. These are the lipsticks. Here's some mini lipsticks. Here's the skin finish. Oh, look at this. Look at this unseasoned chicken set. Who's wearing that? MAC? It's just also boring. MAC is so boring. I'm sorry. It's like some of these brands are just coasting, man. They just don't even try anymore. And I'm like, are you making money? I just want to know. Can I see the receipts? Can you show me your sales data? Because I need to know. I'm just so curious if they're actually even making any money at this point. Also, in the vein of unseasoned chicken is this limited edition palette from Dior. They have the audacity to say that this is an eye palette with 5 eyeshadows in floral pattern. It's called Golden Bouquet, natural beige and golden shades around a deep brown. When I talk about brands trolling us, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Because first of all, who is wearing this? I don't care how pale you are. Will this show up on you? And if they do show up on you, when they all just look the same except for that brown? And then if you're any darker than pale is pale, like what would I do with something like this? And they have the audacity to be charging $65 for it. This is like, I feel like this is something that a brand would come out with on April Fools and be like, ha ha ha, JK. Like this is serious. They're for real. They actually released this and have the audacity to be like, new, limited edition. Okay, Dior. Okay. More unseasoned chicken. And I'm actually quite disappointed in this. This is from Shanta Kai. This is their Holiday 2022 collection. You've got a blush, a Lotus Radiance powder, and then a Perfect Blur Glow powder. And then this Lip Crystal Pink Opal. Who is this for, Shanta Kai? Like, seriously, look at how pale that blush is. Look at those powders. Who's wearing this? And the Lip Crystal Opal, I'm like, whatever. It's like a gold lip gloss. Okay. Who's buying this? Again, I feel like they're trolling us. And I like Shanta Kai, but I saw this and I was like, really, babe? Really? Too Faced has released a sneak peek of their holiday collections and palettes, because you know Tarte is bad, but Too Faced is they are the kings of multiple unseasoned chicken recycled colors holiday releases, and they always do the same thing. It's the same routine. They come out with that one palette that is like their fall winter palette, and 1 or 2, sometimes 3 of those melted matte lipsticks, which I actually really like. And then they come out with a bunch of like holiday palettes that are the same colors from all the other holiday palettes. They just rearrange them and then change the packaging. And that's what we have here. Like, how many times are we gonna see that one palette that has the like seafoam green in it? I feel like I've seen that quite a bit. But yeah, they're releasing, it says 3 face and eye palettes. A set called the Christmas Bake Shop. That's going to be $54. Then they have 3, they're called sugar cookie, gingerbread cookie, chocolate chip cookie. So I don't know if you can buy this as a set. I think you can, because it looks like it's 3 in the, yeah, it looks like it's 3 in the pack. So that's one set. Then you have the You Drive Me Crazy for $48. And then you have a Secret Santa mini eyeshadow palette for $29. And you don't need any of this. Neither do I. These, and this is the thing about, I don't talk as much crap about Too Faced's holiday releases because of this very fact. They're not for people like you or myself. If you are watching my channel, I'm assuming that you are someone who is into makeup, who buys makeup, who is a makeup consumer. And so you are not checking for Too Faced's holiday collections. I feel like the Too Faced holiday collections are smart in the sense of, if you are someone who has a lot of teens in your family who like makeup and who are just getting into makeup but have never like used a higher end brand, or you think they would really appreciate having something from like a brand like Too Faced, I could see you buying these sets and then like divvying them up, but this is not for people. These are for people who get makeup as gifts like once a year for like Christmas. Young people, usually teenagers. This is not for the true makeup person, the true makeup lover. The formulas are even different. Like, the formulas in these holiday palettes are very subpar compared to even the little 10 palette that they come out with at the beginning of fall. There's the real Too Faced formula, and then there's the holiday Too Faced formula. They're very different. So for me, I just sort of look at these as like, this is what they do every year, and they probably make a shit ton of money doing it. Okay, so I don't give them as much crap because I kind of get the feeling like, not even the feeling, like it's kind of obvious that it's not meant for you or me, Next up is this palette that I don't know. I mean, I've been really busy, so I haven't been checking new makeup that much. And I was completely like, it completely escaped me that Schrock Cosmetics and Baddie Bean were coming out with another collab. And it is the Hollow Bean palette. And I will put a picture of it here. This is what the inside looks like. I got so excited when I saw this, and then by the time I saw it, it had already sold out, and I was just sort of like, where have I been? They say they're doing another restock. I have the original one that they did, the one that everybody like waited forever to get. I love that palette, and I love this color story. It's very Halloween-y, but it's also just really pretty. Like, the tones are really gorgeous. I love that sort of like purpley toned, the oranges, that deep green at the end that's like almost black, but it's not. Chef's kiss. So this is something that when it comes back in stock, I will be purchasing. I want it. I want it bad. They're coming out with another dusty palette with some colorful shimmers. Has anyone else noticed, and I'm sure you have, that whenever Urban Decay does color, they do it in a metallic formula? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? The reason for that is metallics are cheaper to formulate. It's much easier to formulate a colorful metallic than it is to formulate a decent colorful matte. So whenever I see Urban Decay doing these palettes that they call colorful, but all the colors are metallics, what it says to me is they've made it's a cheaply made palette that they want you to pay $54 for. If these were mattes, maybe, but no, I would say the only mattes are in the colors that they always have their mattes in, that vanilla, that orangey dusky tone, and a beige. Everything else, oh, and then the periwinkle, which they also had in a palette, and it's very lightly, I'm sure, very lightly pigmented. Everything else is a metallic. So make of that what you will, but it's a no for me. Rant over. Let's now move on to this palette that I am actually really interested in, and it's from this indie brand called Notoriously Morbid, and I'll show you the outside of the palette, and then I'll show you the inside. And now that I'm looking at it, it actually looks quite similar to that Halloween palette, but both of them are sold out, so it's not like I can get my hands on one because I couldn't get my hands on the other. They're both sold out. So, but it's so pretty, isn't it? It's such a fun fall palette. Like, yes, you can say this is Halloween, but you could also say this is fall. And I don't know, man. It looks really cool, and it's sold out, and I'm really sad. And I feel like all the things that I would actually want to buy right now are not available. Makes me sad. Fridays is coming out with this new set. It's their lip butter balm set, and I'm actually really interested in this. I've never tried their lip butters, but I know people really like them, and I really want to try them. And I like the fact that you get like a full size of their original, and then you get 3 minis of the newer colors. I want to try these. I think these look great. The set is, how much is the set? $40. So you get, like I said, a full size of the original vanilla butter balm, and then you get the vanilla beige, the brown sugar, and the poppy in the mini size. I don't think that's bad, because I think like the Summer Fridays is on the higher end anyway, so, and I think the full size of that butter balm is pretty expensive, so I don't think that's actually terrible. I may pick this up. Like I said, I feel like a lot of these brands are just throwing a bunch of stuff at us and hoping that, it's like throwing something at the wall and hoping it'll stick. Like if they're doing the whole like abundance, you know, thing, as opposed to it's the quality over, you know, it's quality versus quantity, and they're just giving us a lot of quantity, you know. Again, I feel like a lot of brands right now are having a bit of an identity crisis post-pandemic. I think they don't know who they are, and I think they don't know who we are, the consumer. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these things are exactly what people want. I personally do not, and I know I don't think a lot of you do either. So I just kind of wonder who they're making these things for. Like I said, the Too Faced thing, they do this every year, and they've done it for years. And there are people who collect the holiday collections from Too Faced, and there are people who buy them every year as gifts for other people. That makes sense to me. That's a moneymaker for them. But are these like, is it a moneymaker for Benefit? Is it a moneymaker for Tarte? For MAC? Like, I really genuinely want to know, because I don't understand why they're coming out with this much stuff. And then everything else, like, it's just so blah. Like all of the other holiday releases, I mean, I'm really excited for the Pat McGrath one. That's literally the only holiday release that I'm actually genuinely excited for right now. Everything else I'm just meh about. I think as we get closer to the holidays and we get closer to Black Friday, I am already sort of mentally compiling my list of things I want to purchase this Black Friday. But most of it is not holiday at all. Most of it is things that I've kind of had my eye on and I've held off on purchasing purposely, but most of it is like older things. None of it is the things that they're dropping right now that are like catching my eye. Again, we're sort of at the beginning of the holiday, you know, madness. We'll see. Maybe some brands will come out with some things that will blow my mind, but I'm not really holding my breath on that one. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Did any of this catch your eye? Are you opening your wallet for any of this? Let me know. And if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.